So in this video I'm going to show you how to assemble this Flymo EasiStore 340R. So if you've just picked one of these up, you'll find the parts for these are actually stored in the back of here. So if you think they're missing, they're actually in the back. So I'm going to take these out of here and I'm going to put one handle on here so I know exactly how to do it. Then I'm going to show you how to do it as well. We'll go through the whole thing, right from setting the handle up, putting the grass box on, and I'll give you a little look at it running at the end as well and just show you how to use it. So these are the parts that you should have once you've unboxed these. These are in the plastic bag at the back of the lawnmower, as I showed you. So you've got your upper handles, your lower handles, washers. These are for clipping the cable on to the actual handle at the end. That's for the top of the grass box. This is for the lower handles, and that actually goes in the grass box as well, which I'll show you later in the video. So they are the parts that you should have to assemble this mower. So I'm going to show you how to fit the handle on this. There's quite a few components that need to go on here. So the first thing we're going to put on is a spring over the top like that, and then we've got this orange part here. You can see this has got a cutout section in here. We're going to put that on. You don't need to push anything together. You can see this cutout here is where the actual handle goes. We'll pop that on there, and the next thing we need to do is get this actual handle here. Now this actually bends in and out, so if I just come out here and I show you this handle. These handles actually are designed to bend to put on, so don't worry about snapping these. It's actually designed to be that way. So when you're putting this handle on here, the easiest way to do it, even though you're doing one side, is to actually put that one on, and then you can bend it out. See how much it bends out? Just put the other side on for now and you can take that off. And the reason for doing that is it makes all this a lot easier to line up. So if we take a look back round at this side here, we've got the handle on, we've got the spring on, we've got the orange part on. The next thing we're going to need to do is going to put this washer on here. You pop the washer on, and then you have like a cam lock, I think it's called, and you're going to put that in here. And this is a little bit fiddly. You've got to get that in here onto the thread and tighten this up. And basically, once you've got this tightened up, you can set your handle at the height where you want this. I'm going to take a bit of threading on because it's quite a long thread, but you can see you've got loads of different height adjustments in here where these teeth are. You can set this to suit your own personal preference of height. So I'm going to screw this on here at an angle that looks like it might be okay for me. I can easily change this afterwards. And once we've got this somewhere near tight, like this, I'm going to go around one more time with this here and back, so I can actually flick this up here, still a little bit tight. I'm going to go back one more, and I'm going to flick this up, a little bit tight. That's it, lock the handle over, and you've got this set at the height there. So take a look at the other side now, here. Now, we're going to have to take this back off now. That's absolutely fine. We can just pull this off, and we can do the same thing at the other side. We can fit the spring. We can fit this orange part like this over the top. We can put this back on like this, line it up in the hole. Exactly the same process as before. I'm going to get a washer, which is like that. I'm going to put this cam lock in here, slide this in. I kind of hold this with my fingers and make it point the front like this, so you can see what you're doing. Start the thread. Maybe I'll just give this a couple of turns. Just a little bit awkward to do this actually. I'm going to hold it like that so hopefully you can see the thread. I just need to get this started a little bit. And I'm going to give this a few turns on. I'll need a few more than that yet. And you only have to do this once, of course. Once you've got the mower built, you can leave this exactly as it is. It needs to be a little bit tighter still. I'm still going to go a little bit tighter, so it feels like there's some resistance when you try and lock this up and you know everything's tight. There we go, and that's exactly how it should be. We've got the bottom handle on. So that's exactly what it should look like when everything's together. Spring and the orange part at the left hand side of the handle, then the washer, and then the grey handle with the little cam thing in there, and lock everything up. So to fit the upper handle, I fitted one side. I'm going to show you how to fit the other side. There's three parts to this. This actually comes assembled in this upper handle, so you take it apart and you've got your three parts. So You've got two different height adjustments on here. I've chosen the top one. This has got a square in here. It actually is designed to fit in the square on the inside of the inner handle. I'm going to push that through here. Make sure that the square sits in there. So if you can see over the top of there, that actually fits inside the handle. And then I'm going to fit the washer. This is going over the top of everything. So both handles together, put the washer on, and then put this upper handle on. And just tighten this up. And that's really quite a simple way to do this. So we'll pop that on. We'll just tighten that up. So let's take a look at assembling this grass box. It's actually in 4 parts, an upper, a lower, the top and the handle. So I'm going to push the handle on here. Just push this in these holes like this. This part goes at the back. And that's the top part assembled. Right, so to assemble this grass box, there's actually a little thing on the front here. You've got to lift this up, so you've got this angle here, and then this pushes through the hole, and the whole thing drops down again. Then it's just a case of putting this on a bench and going round. Once you've got these two parts secure, it's just a case of going around and pushing this whole thing together, getting the whole thing lined up. It takes you a minute or so just to work out exactly how it goes. As you can see there, I've started to clip it together. You can just keep going around and pushing this in. So once you've got these pushed together, this is what it should look like, how it all goes together. It's a little bit fiddly to do. You've got to get everything over the top, and I've kind of got to this point and just left a bit so I can just show you how to push this all together. So hopefully you can see how that goes together. So you can see you've got to get these parts inside and these parts over the outside. Push this together, see how it all clicks together. It is fiddly to do that. You've got to get some parts on the inside, some on the out, but the key to it is lining this up first and getting your starting point. Probably easy to do this on a workbench or some flat surface, even if you just knelt down on the floor. But that is quite fiddly to do. Hopefully this video helps. But the next thing to do is connect this part here. This goes in here. So the final part to fit, this is the part that attaches it to the mower. This just slides in here. Pop this in here like this. All clicks in and this points up. So the finished thing, you should have it all nicely sealed around the back and sides and this part on. And I'll show you how to attach this as well. Pretty straightforward, of course. Make sure the machine's off. Just lift up this flap here. Pop this in. The whole thing drops on, and you've got an indicator in the top here which opens so you can see if you need to empty this grass box as well, which is a really nice feature. So the final assembly part is this. This holds your cable on here. You pop this into your cable like that, and you can attach this there. You can do the same thing at the bottom. It just saves this lower cable flapping around when you're trying to cut your grass. You can pull this up, make it all nice and neat. That's the whole thing assembled. I'll plug this in, quickly show you it working as well, and quickly how to operate it. So finally, now we've got this set up and plugged in, I'm going to show you how to use this. There is a safety feature built into this, so if you've got children that grab hold of this, it won't just go on its own. You actually have to press this button, and then you can pull either lever or both levers to make this work, and then you can let go of the button, of course. If you let go again and someone walks up to it, pulls it without pressing the button, it doesn't work. So good safety feature. There's no key in this, like some of the battery ones you get now. They actually have a little key in as a safety feature. Without the key it won't operate. So just something to be aware of. That's the whole thing built. That's how to make it run and cut your grass with it, and I hope it's helped build up this little Flymo mower here. This is a really compact thing that you can store upright. The EasiStore 340R gives it away. You can kind of put this wherever you want. You can actually hang it up on a wall. You can fold the handles. It's very, very easy to lift. Even the centre of gravity with one hand is very good. Some of these tend to tip backwards and forwards, but this is really quite good. Ideal for small gardens and outside static caravans and things like that. So I hope that helps you get set up.